Alright, here's our basic supplies for our project. We have our XPS foam cut up into bricks, some sheets, we have a few cutting tools, pencil, something to square up with, a ruler for measuring, some glue, a couple of cylinders. This is a chip can, this is a cereal can. That's for like breakfast cereal that comes in inside of it. Also have a couple of like bamboo skewers. This is a product box, like a cereal box that's cut up. Cracker boxes, all kinds. The stuff works great. It's nice and thick. It's like a cardstock. These are just basic supplies that we're going to need to build our next project. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, ask them below. Let's get started. Alright, I'm going to build some kind of combination with these two. Don't want to build a normal tower. I'm going to cut this down to make it, you know, more sensible. I don't know if I like, you know, that type of look. Hanging over, yeah, I think I'm going to go for something of that nature. Height-wise, they can start off this high. I don't think I'll keep this here or this here. I think I'll cut the pink foam to fit in each one of these spots. Remember, I'm just going to build this as I go, like I always do. I have some kind of layout idea, I think, now. Here's my idea. Condensed a little bit more. So you can see the way it is. This is sitting on a 6x6. We want at least an inch walking space. So looks like if we do a 7-inch circle, 8-inch circle once around. So cut an 8-inch circle out of this to start, and we'll lay that underneath and see what it looks like. I'm going to use my bandsaw to cut it out. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to cut a 9-inch square, maybe a little bit over 9-inch, 9.5. Find the center, put a little thing in the center that will hold. This little template I add to my saw, and I'll show this process, but basically what this is this is a thumbtack added just to a board. And to cut nice little circles on your bandsaw, you just want your post, your pivot point, to be equal with the front of the blade. So if we're doing a 9-inch circle, we would do 4.5-inch cut away from the blade, which would give us a 9-inch circle. Same thing if you want a 3-inch circle, do 1.5 inches away from the blade. And then you just overcut your squares a little bit. That way when you go to set them on, you know that when this edge touches the blade, and I'll show the technique, you know you'll end up with a circle out of your blank. Alright, here's our setup on our bandsaw. Measuring from the blade, and it looks like it's just right at 4.5, a little over 4.5. Hopefully I won't hit my little things that are holding my my board down as I turn the square. I'm just going to push the square into the spinning blade just a little bit, and then I'm going to seat it down on there. Closest to center as possible would be great. I don't pre-poke the hole, because if you pre-poke it, it may want to wobble on you, and I want it just as firm as possible the whole way through. A nail would also work for this, that goes much further through. The tighter it is on the piece you're spinning, the nail, the spike, whatever's holding it, the better it'll be. If it wobbles up and down like this, you're not going to get a perfect circle. So make sure you got your safety glasses on, your dust mask, anything that you dust collection before you start even cutting pink foam. Just like wood, dust is bad for you. What I did there is I just put a little mark on the center. So as I go to line this up, at least I know where the center is. Alright, here's all of our stuff cut that we cut out the bandsaw out at the shop. What we need to decide now is our height compared to the playing figures that you're going to use. These are the pieces that I'm going to use to wrap up and around the backside, so I'm just going to use that as the height for the center tower because it's got to match to the center tower from this platform. So I want to make sure it matches to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this upside down. And I'm going to use this to draw my line. Like this. And I'm just going to slowly turn. Try not to move the pencil at all. You can see it gave a nice little line. I'm going to take my cutter and cut that now. Remember, air cuts faster than your material, so be very careful when you're doing this. I know I have a nice thick piece, a little wedge down here. I'm just going to hold it down there. And just slowly rock. Alright, we just have to decide real quick on if we're going to see the insides of any of these towers, so we may have to decorate them. I know that on the upper part of this coming up, we're going to see part of the stairs, so we're going to build a set of stairs for it real quick. I'm just going to flip it upside down, because it won't matter if I do it coming up this way or this way, they both will still register the same way. So I started with a little template here, and as you can see, that will be, when it's cut on the right size piece, that'll be my first step up. It'll be like entrance where you step in, first step up and around like this. These are all 1/4 inch thick, so they're the same size as the brick. A couple of these spots have flat. I'll just make sure they're in the areas that I cut off. everything's coming together good. What I'm going to do next is I'm probably going to glue this to this. I wouldn't mind decorating the inside of this with just putting a window in, but I think we're just going to go with all bricks and a little door over here or something. Something I did here is I just had a center point of this round, and I drew around the size of the chip can to make a good indentation with the line. Now we're just going to take our time and we're just going to take our knife and we're just going to slowly work our way around. We're going to cut that out right on that line, best that we can. One thing I'm going to do with this is cut a half round in it. Next part we're going to work on is just the pathway coming up to this platform here that comes around the backside. Here's like a little sample piece I started with. I think this is going to be pretty close to my first piece right here. I actually think I'm going to start at one brick down like that.